going to continue with one more vart. It's a first cousin. Ramosha continues over here. And Ramosha asks a question that, okay, so we know that Kisisa, the focus is in the lifting up, but in the actual din of Kisisa, of taking the machzah shekel, he says, I don't understand. The 2 times in the midbar that they took the shkalim, it was a chiyuv, it was a din that they had to do it. So it's a very nice, like, Musar Shmuz, realize how great you are in Kisisa, but in the practicality of the psukim, what's it teaching us? Meaning, Ramosha's, first he gives us the Musar Shmuz, first he tells us how great we are, and then he says, 1 second, let's go back. But why did the pasuk say it? Because in the storyline, and he says something incredible. He says, you know what the Torah wants us to understand? The Torah wants us to understand that what you have to do, you do because you have to do it. That sounded pretty simple, almost silly. Let's explain for a moment. And this is a theme. Anyone who's heard Moshe Feinstein's Torah, this is like a recurring chinuch theme that whenever he gets a chance, he sticks it in. Why did you daven today? I could not daven. Why did you learn today? I could not learn. What happens if that's your mindset? If one's mindset is, you get up in the morning, why did you use the bathroom? I needed to use the toilet. Why did you pull up your pants? I needed to pull up your pants. Why did you go to shul? Because I have to go to shul. Is it a great thing that you just did? No. It's simple. It's easy. It's obvious. It's what we have to do. Says Ramosha, if that's your attitude with mitzvahs, you know what happens? What is given over to the next generation? What do they see? Why does daddy learn? Why does Abba go and daven? Because it's the greatest thing, it's the most difficult thing, or because it's the very fabric of life. And that's what we have to do. Says Ramosha, it should not be a great thing, because it's the tzarech of every person to do it. Now, obviously, and we're going to continue this to realize it is, of course, greatness. But our attitude has to be that we need to do it so that when it filters down, the children feel that it's a necessity and not a burden. Now, there's a next level, which we'll point out at the end, which is, of course, the appropriate excitement. That's the next level. First, we're counteracting the negative. Give me a moment and hopefully it'll be clear. Says Ramosha, Sham Adam Chayshev Shemasha Isahu Davar Gadol. If you think what you're doing is the greatest thing in the world, no one can learn from you because they don't connect to that. You're doing this great, difficult, lofty thing. The kids say, okay, I don't know, it's not for me. That's for, I don't know, someone else. Because the kids don't see that. If the kids see this is just what you do, they're going to do it as well. And this is the famous, all part of the opinion of Ramosha of Shabbos. It's schwer to be a Yid. And Ramosha screams and screams how a dar was lost over being a Yid. Craziness. A dar was lost over, yes, they gave up their jobs and they came home, oh, Givaldik. I give them my job for Shabbos and it's so schwer. And so what do the kids see? I don't want to do that. Kids can't understand. Kids can't compute the greatness, the grandeur. No, the kids see, wow, this thing called Judaism is not for me. I'm not giving up my job. I'm not going to have no food. And it's just not, I'm not this great and lofty person like my father is. Says Ramosha. Kisisa is roish, it's a chiyuv. You have to do it. But now, there's a tremendous problem. And that's really going to be the lesson of the eagle. What happens when Moshe Rabbeinu comes down? We all know. He sees Klal Yisrael dancing around the eagle. Moshe Rabbeinu breaks the luchos. If you read the psukim, it's difficult in the chronological order what's happening. But I don't understand. Moshe Rabbeinu, God told you that they're worshiping the idol. Why? So you came down with luchos. Moshe Rabbeinu, what were you thinking? You were thinking you're going to give them. Then you came down. Boom. He gets angry. What are you getting angry for? You're coming home. Ima calls. The kids are crazy. Got it. The kids are nuts. Got it. Okay, I can handle this. You walk inside. Kids are crazy. Boom. What are you doing? You knew what they were. You still walked in holding the luchos. Says the Heilige Sipornoi, the obvious pshat, that what was it? It was the machaylos. It was the dancing. Moshe Rabbeinu knew they worshipped the idol. Moshe Rabbeinu knew the kids messed up. In the example of the father, he knew that the kids are misbehaving. But are they dancing around the mess that they made? Are they so happy with the problem that they created? You mess up. You fall. You get back up. You dance in the mud, it says the Siporno, Kisharaya, Shayasamechim Bekilkul Shasu. They were so happy. That Moshe Rabbeinu said, I can't handle. That Moshe Rabbeinu threw the luchos. So what's the lesson? The lesson is in the flip side, of course. This is the destruction of simcha in a bad way. But of course, it can be utilized in the other way. We're learning from Moshe Feinstein that we have to not give over that it's such a big deal to learn, to daven, to do chesed, to do tzedakah. 100%. And it has to be something that's a davar kal. But what's even greater than kal? What's even greater than easy? Fun, happy, joyous. What's even greater? Not that it's shver to be a yid. It's the greatest gift. You're living the dream. Imagine if that father would come home dancing. I lost my job, but don't worry about it. And somehow here's some food and here's some this, and it's the greatest thing in the world. The kids be like, hey, that's amazing. We have to learn from Klal Yisrael at the Egel. They danced. They showed the destructive powers. Let's utilize it in the opposite way. And with this, we hopefully will have a new attitude that Moshe Feinstein is teaching us, not only how great we are, how great we could be, not only that the things that we do, we have to start doing them because we need to do them. And we like to always remind ourselves, and what if we don't feel that way? We don't feel that way. Rabbi, what do you want? It's not easy. It's just not. Get out of bed. It's cold to go daven. End of a long day. I'm tired. I don't want to go learn. Rabbi, it's not easy to give the tzedakah. What are you telling me? It should be easy. Fake it. Fake it. Just don't let the kids, at least. And of course, we know you fake it until you make it. In the world of Torah, that's the real thing. The mechitzonius is ma'ir, the panemius. You could quote the Sifrei Kabbalah, you could quote the Sifrei Machshava, you could quote the Mishnah Berurah, whoever you want, they all agree. Fake it. It's difficult to go out to learn a night. Okay, force a smile and dance out that door as you tell the kids, I get to go to a shiur. Get to the car and smash your head on the steering wheel and say how tired you are. I don't care. But don't let the kids see it. And you know what? If you dance it enough, if you smile it enough, if you try enough, you know what might happen one day? Believe it or not, one day you might say, hey, this ain't so bad. Hey, it's actually, I can understand something. Hey, I'm actually learning something. Hey, I'm davening. Hey, I'm learning. Look at that. B'siyata d'shmaya. The more we try, ki Sisa es Reish will lift up. Realize to do what we need to do. Realize negativity is not ever in a home, but the opposite. It's obvious, it's a necessity, and then we can take it to the next level. Klal Yisrael danced around the egel. So firstly, if one is doing things wrong, which people make mistakes, just don't dance. Just don't dance. Don't dance. They say over, and this will conclude, I don't remember which mashgiach it was. He met his mashgiach after 50 years. And the guy was completely off the derech, not from at all. And he went to the mashgiach and he said, I hate your guts. So what did I do? You're not from. What do you want from me? He said, I can't enjoy an Avera for one moment. I have you screaming in my head. So, okay, halavai, we should be at that level. But at least when we fall, when we make mistakes, don't dance with them. You get up, we mess up, and we move on. But what could we dance with? We could dance with a Shabbos. We could dance with a mitzvah. We could dance with a staka. We could dance with a chesed. And b'siyata d'shmaya, the greatest chus ever is that Amir Hashem, our children will absorb that. And you know what? Maybe we as well will absorb it as well.